With no account required, you can now go to securustech.net and put money directly on an offender's trust account. Save on fees and deposit money today. Go to securustech.net. That's SECURUSTECH.net. Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from an offender at the Chillicothe Correctional Center.
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
To accept charges, press 1. To refuse charges, press 2.
If you would like to
Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, good. I'm in the front of the street.
Okay.
Boiling crawfish.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
I know.
With corn on the cob?
Yep. All the fixings, honey. Yep. That and I was even boiling crawfish on the boat. They came in yesterday morning.
Mm-hmm.
So they got some from Little Eagle and Golden Meadow.
That sounds yummy. Me and my roommate are making tuna mac. So we're gonna have
Tuna mac?
Yeah, tuna mac.
That's what, like tuna and macaroni and cheese?
Yeah,
But that,
kind of in seasoning. So I was like,
that
let's throw
works.
stuff together.
I eat tuna fish with barbecue sauce. It's so good.
You know, I didn't tuna, and now I do, because it's something I tried in Coney, and I liked the tuna mac that they had there, and I like tuna patties. So tuna is something I kind of just started to like.
Yeah. Oh, they done a new trailer for the documentary.
Oh, they did?
And this one is so good.
Really?
It's like 40 seconds.
Ooh, I wish I could
see it. Darn
it.
And, I mean, they show your dad in it, talking. They show Michelle talking. I forget who it is, somebody that lived in Springfield, an older lady. I forget her name. Every time I see it, I forget her name. Oh, I don't remember. I mean, I watched it 3 times, and I can't remember her name.
Okay. It might be Miss Susie, because she was our neighbor. I had heard that she was one who they had talked to the police at least. I don't know about any.
Yeah, I mean there's some. I mean, she knew definitely, who y'all were. You know what I'm saying? But it was real good. It's nothing like the first one they did, like of you in the interrogation room. It's nothing like that.
Okay.
This one, so it was really good. They did put a picture of the crime scene in the bedroom online, and what I did was I did put it in the group, and I just said, look, if y'all are sensitive to this, I'm sorry, but it's letting them know, like,
what's in it.
This is not a game. This is real. This is what's going on. This is a piece, and there's more graphic than this.
Right.
So the people for, like for Marsha and for, Laura,
To let them know, if
right.
if you can't handle it, don't watch it.
Right. If y'all can't handle this piece right here, then y'all can't handle the rest.
Right.
Of the pictures.
That's
and
a good way to put it.
Yeah. So I did it as very tasteful as I could.
Yeah.
And everything, and people were just like, thanks for putting it, now we kind of, understand, and especially with putting that and the new trailer.
Mhm.
I mean, I can't, like, it was so good. It's 40 seconds, and like, and it ends with you talking, and it's like it just like it pulls you in.
Okay. Well, I mean, I
You
know said that the editor or whatever was, excellent on doing it. So
Mhm.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm sure that it was
Andrew,
edited
yeah.
very good.
Oh
And,
yeah.
I called Kristy last night, and
yeah,
I
she
called
told
her
me she
late.
talked to you.
Yeah, I called her late, but I'm like, I didn't know what to call, so I just gave her a call, and she was saying that because in county, like her little nickname is Batman because she loves Batman. So I had to tell her about the whole thing with me dressed up as Harley Quinn and how it was used against me in evidence and everything. Well, anyway, she tells me last night that, she saw the picture, and I asked her, I was like, where was it at? On YouTube, on, Google image or whatever. And she's like,
the Harley Quinn picture?
Yeah. And she said it was
You Google
shared.
your name.
Yeah,
and
Google my name.
it's up there. Well, if you Google your name, you Google my name, you Google Dad's name, there's pictures of, of y'all, of you in there, but you Google your name, there's a lot of stuff.
No, great.
But
yeah, she's like, it was shared with me through a private message, and she has the same kind of like thoughts as me. Like she didn't see it as a bad thing. She just saw me in a car.
No, I didn't see it either.
Dressed up as a
right.
character, So she was like,
That's
it was
exactly
so
how I
freaking
saw it too.
cute, and I wish I could send it to Josh and and Wayne, and I'm like, well, I don't think you can just send it to Josh because it's gonna, it has a knife in it, but. But,
right.
But she gets that, it wasn't done out of malice or anything.
Right. I mean, and we got that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we understood that.
Right. And it was pretty stupid of me to post it because whenever I was making another Facebook page, I was transferring all my pictures from one of the accounts to another, and it just so happened that the new account was created in May. And so that was only like a month.
So that's why they're always thinking, this was taken 2 weeks before or whatever. That's why. And I'm like, oh, God. And I'm thinking in my head, no, it wasn't. And I'm not going to even argue with the situation because there's no arguing with these people. I mean, you can't win.
Right.
With some of those assholes in those groups, you just can't win.
Me and Kristy had a good conversation, and she said she's doing good, and that y'all talk every day or something like that.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, if she'll post something, I'll post, like she went to the dentist, I think it was yesterday. I think she had said she was going to the dentist.
Yeah.
And everything.
And I finally was able to take some pictures, so I'm going to send her one, so I let her know that.
Good. Oh, I got the list of everything in commissary. That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it is. And I was like, I had made 2 copies, so I made y'all a copy and I made me a copy. I was marking stuff that I had, bought already off of it. And everybody's like, you don't have a lot of clothes. I mean, you have a couple of things, but I'm like, I have a tendency to, buy me one item of clothing and then kind of split it up to where I have enough food, enough money to have food.
Right.
Extra things like stamps and envelopes, picture tickets, whatever. And a T-shirt, I'll buy me a T-shirt or a pair of pants or something. So I won't just buy all my clothes all at once.
Right.
That's why. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got an email from Michelle a couple days ago, and she said that she signed a contract with Hulu.
Yes.
Hulu was the choice.
Right. I don't have Hulu
Me either.
or anything, but it's basically like Netflix.
Now, in county, you're going to laugh, in county they have Hulu on the tablet.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, I mean, if someone wanted to buy a membership or whatever, they just have their family make them a membership.
Right.
And
right.
they can
and give
watch.
them the password and the account.
Right, right. And they can watch it on the tablet. So I'm like, people
right.
they can watch it before I can.
I know that sucks. That freaking sucks.
Right. But,
right. I mean, that was the last thing she had told me to. You know, she was like, don't, just keep it, to yourself and, this and that. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
So, I was like, I'm not going to, until, she says, till she goes public is when I guess we could say something,
Right. Now, what is that?
But until then. About the trailer, the new one?
No, about the Hulu thing.
Oh, he doesn't know yet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
so
I didn't have a chance to tell him yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just freshly known. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's
so
cool.
I'll let him know. Yeah, I'll probably when I call him tonight or something.
Yeah.
I'll let him know.
She said that it was. She used a big word for it because she uses big words that I have to look up in a dictionary.
She does.
It's a type of series that is like I'm going to be the first season, and then somebody else is going to be the second, and if it gets picked up on and on and on, it'll be somebody else and somebody else. So
right.
That I'd be the first season. So I'm like, how are they going to wrap up my whole life in a nutshell over one season? It's like one season is like 13 episodes. So,
right.
It's going to be hard.
I don't know, girl.
But,
I guess it'll be just like a movie, you know what I'm saying? Because if they're an hour long.
Yeah, probably.
Because
every show is like an hour long or something, so.
Pretty much, yeah.
A lot of editing, a lot of flashbacks as they do.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that they compensate you for your story.
I hope so. Like last I had talked to her about that was, we would get more from me writing a book or,
right.
Malpractice lawsuit.
But still, if it's 10,000 or whatever, I think they owe you that. It's your life.
Right. And I mean, there's information that, it's evidence is, open to being grabbed by anybody, but, there's certain pertinent information that only me or Dad or you know. So, and that's
right.
key to, telling a story truthfully, honestly.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. And I'm like, if you want, my information on this, I'd like to be compensated for it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, hopefully down the road it'll happen, and I think, someone had a couple months back, and I think I had brought it up to Lindsay Schwartz or something, had sent me an email, and she was from a certain producer agency or whatever in Los Angeles, and I had her talk to Michelle, and she said, they had already found the producers that they were looking for, but I kept her information just in case, I saw that information.
Yeah, I'm trying to, I did reach out to Donna to get Harriet's email address. And I know Donna is super, 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 super busy. And so I'm going to, contact her again, during next week.
Yeah.
To remind her. Because since she's the publisher,
Right.
you'll be able to get the article,
Yeah, that was
from
awesome.
her. Right.
Yeah. But as soon as it comes out, I'm getting my butt to the library and I'm going to read it.
Oh, yeah. What you want?
Well, I'm gonna
bring
you
it to
go.
her.
I'm gonna let you go.
Okay, baby.
I think the food's ready. But I love you, and I'll talk to you later.
I love you too. Okay, baby.
Enjoy that good, yummy food.
I sure will, honey.
Okay, love you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
The caller has hung up.
With no account required, you can now go to securustech.net and put money directly on an offender's trust account. Save on fees and deposit money today. Go to securustech.net. That's SECURUSTECH.net. Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from an offender at the Chillicothe Correctional Center.
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
To accept charges, press 1. To refuse charges, press 2.
Hey.
Oh, hey, I didn't even hear the answer. This one is
I know they didn't say like you to talk. I don't know where.
I'm like, you know, I'm gonna hear some background. Anyway, how are you doing?
Your phone sounds messed up.
It is. It really is. It's I'm having trouble with the phones lately, and I've been cutting out, and it gets worse at night.
I hear you. So you got an email from Jenna?
Not yet. I had
Okay.
got a card from a gift card from Mike and Rachel Colley from the Navy brand, and
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah, because he asked me for your address again the other day.
Well, they said that they had wanted to put some money in my account and that you had told them how to do it, but she couldn't find the message, the Facebook message.
Well, I'll resend everything to them.
Okay.
I'll resend the sites because he only asked me for your address, and that was during the week. So I had sent him that. And, well, Jenner contacted Mike. Mike sends me a text saying, Jenner told me she talked to you today. And I'm like, no, she did not. So I was running errands all morning. And so when I got a chance to look at my phone. Huh?
Who's Jenner again?
What?
Who's Jenner?
Jenner she works for 2020.
Oh, damn. Oh, yeah, now I remember.
Yeah, so I'm like, so I look at my phone and I see she sent me something. So I screenshot it and I sent it to Mike. I'm like, I didn't even get this. And she's saying I talked to you, telling that I'm telling Mike, like, I didn't even talk to her yet. And she's saying I spoke with you. So I reply back to her, because she had told me that she had sent you an email and everything, and she had asked something about credits. And I'm like, I said, look, I don't know nothing about the emails on how to email it or whatever. I said, because her and I talk on the phone. And she was like, okay. And then she started, like, oh, I know y'all coming to New York. I'd really like to talk with y'all. And I'm like, look, we are under contract. You're going to have to talk to Donna Daniels, with HBO. We are her clients, And she was like, okay, great. I'll put in a call to her. I definitely don't want no contracts being broken. And I've met Jenner. She is actually from Springfield.
Oh.
She's actually from, yeah, she's actually, I don't know if she's from Springfield or she's from the Missouri area. And I met her one time after one of the court appearances. Sweet girl, really sweet.
Yeah, I met her the day I got sentenced.
Yeah. So, and I haven't heard from her since, so at least it's not like a Dr. Oz freaking thing,
Yeah.
She was like, oh, most definitely I will respect that. I'm not going to break any boundaries. And I was like, I really appreciate it, So, and that was it.
I haven't gotten an email from her yet.
Yeah.
She sent email me, one free email, and after that you got to pay for it.
Right. So, she sent it. I don't know. Mike sent me. Let me look while I have you on the phone.
But if she sent it today, I won't get it till tomorrow.
Yeah, she sent it. Let's see. Like at 12 something. Because at 12:38, he said, Jenna Smith just texted me and said she talked to you. Usually she only contacts me when she wants something. And I said it was just to say hi. How are you? Nothing about gyps. That's what I'm asking him. And then I went in my phone and it says, hi, Kristy. I hope all is well, and I hope that you guys had a nice Easter. I wanted to let you know I sent Gyps an email. I'm not exactly sure how the system works, but I hope it went through. These online systems can be complicated sometimes. Do I need to purchase any credits? And this is what I told Mike. I just checked my Facebook message on Facebook. This is what you sent. So her telling you we talked, no, we haven't. She asked me how our visit was last month. Other than that, she hasn't been pressing me for information. She has never, ever, pressed me for information. And Mike told her, he said, I am not permitted to receive cautionary gain from my representation of a client. And she said, out of pure curiosity, has Dateline 48 Hours ETC type shows ever reach out to you? And he said, no, not me. And then she sent this to him today. Hi, Mike. I hope all is well, that you and your family had a nice Easter. I just wanted to let you check in and say hi. I have been in touch with Kristy, and I just sent Gyps an email. I can't wait for the doc to come out. It seemed that Kristy was really happy with it. And I said, she's in the group, so she knows I'm happy with it, And, I mean, that's basically, what it is. And then I sent him everything I just told you, like how she has to get in touch with, with Donna. And Mike's like, 2020 still wants you? I'm like, yeah. And he said, she's still in New York? I said, yeah. And that was basically the end of it, But it's crazy.
Yeah. It is.
It's like everybody wants a piece of the pie. Everybody wants.
It's going to get even crazier because, after the documentary comes out, it's going to get a lot wilder. And
oh, yeah.
We're going to be like, we're under contract, a lot more.
I know, it's going to get crazy, but at least, after the documentaries out, we have that 3-month, I'll say, grace period, just to like where nobody could, that we not rushed into anything right away. We could be just normal, like, and like kind of just,
right.
yeah, just kind of like get our, take a little break. I mean, it's still, gonna be hectic, I mean, because it never stops. It never stops, Chips. It never does. I mean, every day, it's, and it's not, networking, it's friends in general. How's Gypsy? How's she's doing? Tara, we love her. We're praying for her. I mean, and that's good,
Yeah, that's really sweet. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I mean, so, it never stops. And I'm glad it doesn't stop. Because when it stops, then that means people's not caring.
Right.
Right.
I went up to the library, and what I did was, I'm like, my copy of the article is getting old, and I'm like, I can't print it out, just, quickly print it out and get copies of it, so I put little pieces of paper on the pictures, and I'm going to, get me a copy that way, a digital copy that way, and then, I think recopy is like within 23 pages long.
Wow.
The paper's not crackling or anything. Because the copy that I have, the original, is front and back. But the copy, it doesn't do front and back. So it's only doing, one side of the paper at a time. So doing front and back is 23 pages. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I'm still going to, touch base, throw out another text to Donna, to try to get Harriet's email for People magazine that, so I could at least email Harriet, and give her your, address so she could at least send you that issue, I mean, I think it's, that they could do at least that much,
Yeah, that would be wonderful to have a copy. I know that
yes,
before I would get that copy, I would, hear it from one of the women on the wing as we get People magazine, so they're going to see, they're going to see y'all in it, and see me in it or whatever,
right.
about me, so. I had told Rachel
right.
An issue, Kristy did an issue of next month's People magazine. So we tell all my friends get an issue.
Yeah, May 8th issue, the May 8th issue, because they come out with one every day. The May 8th issue. And we'll be in New York, so, like, I know I'm going to, like, call my mom that morning and I'm like, get your ass to Rite Aid.
Yeah.
And go get it,
Yeah.
So.
I'm going to be, like, stalking the TV, looking at everything, like, usually, like, the talk after the soap operas play, we talk about the new movies or whatever that came out.
Right.
Good Morning America, The View.
I don't think we ever talked about it on the talk, because I watched the talk, and I've watched it, like, every day. I even said I have it on my DVR, and I've never heard them talk about it, which was surprising.
Yeah. It's like any big stories or whatever, and they talk about it.
Right. But I'm definitely going to, I mean, Dad and me is definitely going to buy, like, a copy of All We in New York. I mean, they have stands all over the place. So that'll be 3 extra copies that we'll have. One will definitely.
Place or whatever, wherever they print it or whatever they do.
Yeah.
Take a picture.
Right. Yeah, and I'm sure. I'm sure we're gonna get one from Harriet too. But I'd like to, have one, picked up and kept.
What is that?
But
2020 thing.
I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll see when the 3-month time's up and see. I mean, I think she would do it for the right reasons. I mean, she's young. She's, like I said, I met her. She was super sweet. Patty, I think it wasn't Patty that was with me. It was, Dad wasn't with me that day. That's when he had to fly in. And me and Mike had talked to her. Really sweet young thing.
She's really sweet whenever I had talked to her.
Right, you had talked to her right before the court. Yeah.
After my sentencing day, she was there. And Mike had told me that, if I wanted to meet with her, that she could, if I wanted to meet her, that he could set it up. If I
right.
That he would tell her to go pick up a rope.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And I agreed to meet with her. And I said that, I would do an interview whenever I feel comfortable. And then further thinking about it, I decided not to. What I did was I wrote her a letter with a statement. And I said that I don't feel comfortable doing the interview, but I would give a statement if you wanted to use that. If they're going to do an episode anyway, that I can do that. And,
right. I have her in the support group. I have her in there. I did make sure I put her in there because I'd rather her hear, it from me, and how you doing, than anybody else and stuff, and, I mean, yeah, after the 3-month grace period, I mean, we could talk to whoever you want. I mean, if you, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, and then we got to think too. Not everybody has freaking HBO. You know what I'm saying? So, if like we do decide to do like a 2020 piece, or we do decide, okay, we're gonna, do a talk show, like during daytime talk show or whatever, because not everybody has HBO. I mean, but that's something we could talk about after the 3 months, I mean, and like I did tell Jenna, I said, I said, even when we're not going to be in contract with Donna and Aaron anymore, we still going to ask for their input. Not saying, if they tell us no, it's going to be no, I mean, but we do respect their input. I mean, Donna has been in the industry for a long time. She knows, who's the one that, for the right reasons, right, and she wants to protect your image. She wants to protect our image, so I think we struck gold when, we got Donna.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think that, having a post interview
Right.
The police have come a long way, even since the day that I was pregnant. So, I mean, having a post-interview with y'all and a post-interview with me after the documentary, I think would be good, but I think finding the right network, the right people to do it would be, good. Without finding the right people.
Right, and, if, let's say, Donna says, okay, we, and they get to go interview you, Donna will be there. If it's a call, Donna will be on the call. If it's in person, Donna will be there because you are her client. I mean,
know the questions before the ask.
Right. They give her a list. Right. They give her a list. She reads the list. And she'll go over the list with you. And y'all going to discuss the list, and you could say, oh, I'm not comfortable with this, or whatever. And if they stray from that list, you could shut it down or say, I'm not answering that question, because a lot of them, like she told me, like when her clients would tell her, oh, you got to get me on Oprah. Oh, you got to get me on Oprah. And Oprah would send the list, all her questions. And she would tell her clients, don't go on Oprah. Don't go on Oprah. She's telling you she's in for it for the right reason, and she's going to go off the script. And she gives the line, all these questions, oh, all these questions are great. I'm going on Oprah. And they go on Oprah, and she doesn't, she maybe asks a few questions that are on that, and then she really goes off topic, tries to get into their deep relationship, and this and that everybody wants to know, but too scared to ask, and, and then when the show's over, the clients tell Donna, why you let me go on Oprah? Why you let me do Oprah? And she's like, I yeah, and she's like, I told you, but, you insisted. I mean, so, other than that, everybody lives and learns,
And the interview with Erin, she had a list of questions and everything, and so did Allison. And we didn't have a lot of time to go over them, but she did ask them, and I was like, I tried to answer all the questions and kind of just deliver it because I'm like, this right, I thought this is my only opportunity to answer the questions. So I'm going to answer them honestly, and, even if
right.
I'm going to answer them.
Right. Yeah, whenever she was interviewing that, I was, I had the, a copy of the questions that, she was asking him, and everything was good, it was just all like, how did you feel? How did, questions, any normal person would ask,
Yeah. That's good. Because I know,
yeah.
when Aaron had handed me some printout pictures of just me and Mom, and it was the first picture I had seen Mom since all this was happening. I saw the one that was broadcasted of me with the puppy dog in her. But other than that, I hadn't seen any, pictures from Thor. So it was my first time kind of facing, what I had left behind and realizing, and it hit home like, what have I done? And just started to cry. And I'm like, I can't leave. I can't handle this.
hard to look back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting better at it because I know that, you know, she's probably in a better place. You know, I think if people are judged on, you know, when they get up there, and they can always have an opportunity to ask for forgiveness. And, you know, God grants forgiveness. You know, He's an all-forgiving God. And so I believe that she's in a better place, and she's not suffering from, you know, the illnesses that she had. And, you know, she doesn't have to worry about keeping the whole, you know, world of lies up anymore. Because I'm sure that was stressful.
Yeah.
And I remember she would complain about how difficult it is trying to keep the birthday thing straight. Because hospitals are like, there's one birthday here, and another birthday here, and on the Medicaid card has a different birthday. You know, it was stressful for her to keep up with that. And so I know that as much fun, I guess, quote unquote, as you know, she may have been having, you know, with these lives will probably just be stressful.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess that's one thing we will agree to disagree on, because I don't know how she could, you know, say I'm sorry for what I've done, knowing she would have woke up the next morning doing the same thing over again. That's the way I look at it, you know. I mean, I guess because I'm looking at it from a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? You know.
It's complicated. It's just as complicated as it's like trying to figure out some of the feelings that someone's thinking and not having them you know, diagnose them and ask those questions. So
right.
I remember, you know, from living with her, I remember she felt stressed about, you know, certain things, having to get me to the hospital and stuff. But I mean, I think.
But you have to, and you have to think about this, Gypsy, too. You know, she made this complicated. She did this she did it to herself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I don't want you to get upset, you know, that I'm seeing this from a different perspective as you, because I'm an outsider looking in. And listen, don't get me wrong. I loved your mom. I did. You know, before all this shit happened, because I guarantee you, if you would have been this sick child as she claimed you were, should have been the most awesome mom, because of the dedication and the hard work. But she wasn't. I mean, they posted an article the other day of the top 5 women that had the most bizarre Munchausen by proxy. Your mama made the top 5.
Wow.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
I mean this proves that there is more out there, and I think that, you know, if there was more awareness about it, doctors would be able to catch on a lot quicker, and they would be able to alert authorities sooner. Because, I mean, Dr. Flash was able to figure it out, but he was afraid that nobody would believe him. And so, I mean, it just awareness, and people would, you know, be brave enough.
Right. There's one lady that was putting salt in her son's IV and killed him. Then there was one that was both her kids got admitted, and they weren't that sick, but when they got admitted, they were getting worse. So they put hidden cameras in there, and she was injecting feces in their IVs.
Oh no.
So she got caught. She went to jail, and then there was Imam's article in there saying how you survived and how you got free from her. There was another one that the girl's mom got caught, got arrested, spent, I think it was 10 years in jail. The daughter got older and then said she made it all up, that her mama never harmed her. So the charge, so her mom got out of jail. And Dad read it and stuff, and he was like, it's scary to think, like if this would have happened, like if Gypsy, if this would have been Gypsy's scenario, if Gypsy would have, ended up, saying, oh, my mama's in jail, but years later saying, oh, my mama never did anything. And I said, that's scary. That's scary, Yeah. And I was like, I don't even want to think about that, because it's scary, because you want so bad, and I'm going to cry probably, to see a child when they get their first boyfriend. You want to see a child go to their first prom, go on their first date, find their first love, their first heartbreak, and you want to be there for all of that. But you're gonna decide to say, no, I'm just gonna make them sick and just have a shitty life. It freaking blows my mind, Jeff. I guess because I'm not made that way, and here I am, the tears are falling down my eyes. Because you could have had all of that, and you got denied it, but what I'm grateful for is that when you get out, you're still young enough to get it all. You're still young to fall in love, to really fall in love, to get that real first kiss. I'll make you a prom in my backyard. Hell, we'll put you a prom on. Me and Dottie will be a date. We'll dress up too. We want you still to have all of those first. You may be 32 years old, but you're still going to be young. Yeah, you're still going to be young. And that's really when, life starts. It's a good age.
I'm using some of this cream right now. There's this gray hair and straighten me out. So I got some of this St. Ives facial cream or whatever. I keep this lotion, facial scrub, whatever. And it's like, it helps with deep lines and wrinkles. I don't have any of that, but to prevent it. So whenever I get out, I won't have any of that. So I'll still look young.
Yeah. Right. Listen to this shit. I had to go pay your brother's ticket today in Hornville, which is an hour drive. So I'm like, I called them, got the address because I'm like, okay, I knew I had to take the 310 split to take the Luling Bridge. But instead of taking the Lewin Bridge, I had to go straight. So I finally get to the place, and the lady had told me on the phone, she's like, you're going to go to fines and bonds. So I'm walking, and I see the sign that says fines and bonds, and I'm waiting to see an entrance in the courthouse that would say a door that would say fines and bonds. Walk up to this, they're doing construction to the building, so I turn around, and I go into the courthouse, but I didn't go through the scanner or nothing. And it was a black cop, and I'm like, I need your help. And he's like, for what? I said, I'm here to pay my son's ticket. And he's like, oh, he needs to come to court. I said, no. I said, I called this morning, and I said he couldn't get off of work, so I said, I'm not sitting all day in a courtroom for his ass that should have been here for his ticket. Mm-hmm. So it's going to go on his record. And he's like, still looking at me like all confused. And I'm wondering why he's looking at me like all confused. And he's like, your son? I'm like, yeah, my son. He's like, whoa. And I'm like, what? He's like, can I ask you a question? I'm like, yeah, sure. How old you are? I said, I'm 45. Oh, no. I said, oh, yeah? Oh, no. I said, yeah. I said, why would I lie about my age? I'll tell you I was younger. I wouldn't tell you I'd be 45. Right. And he's like, I said, how old do you think I am? 32 like me? I said,
yeah.
You think I'm 32? He said, yeah. There's no way you freaking 45 years old. He said, how old is your son? I said, he's going to be 22 next month. He's like, oh, no. And I'm like, what? I said, here's my license. I said, yeah. I'm like, here's my license. He grabs my license. He put it underneath a light and he's checking to see if it's fake. And he's like, he says, man, this is not a fake ID. I said, if it was a fake ID, I guarantee you it wouldn't be showing that I'm 45 years old.
Right. Oh, my gosh.
He's like, oh, my God. He says, your family has some good genes. I said, yep, we sure do.
Yeah.
So then
everybody here is like, oh, your mom's so beautiful, and oh, my gosh, she's so pretty. And yeah, you get a lot of compliments over here.
Girl, you don't want to believe the people that tell me that you look more like me than you do.
I know. That's funny.
And I'm like, I have some friends that are adopted, and you could swear they came out of their adopted parents.
Wow.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Isn't it funny how that happens?
I know. Yeah, it is. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And, yeah. And I'll tell them, yep, she's mine in all the ways that matter. She's mine.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not being taken away from me.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. I think I realized, I think it was my Halloween picture that I was getting comments like that. And they had a picture of where you're sitting on that map that you sent me. Well, I was arranging my pictures in my photo album. And so I took all my pictures out. And I had a couple of me, and I had that one of y'all. And when the COs comes in and says, who's that baby sitting on? I'm like, that's not me. That's my mom.
Yeah. Yeah. That was when we were in Las Vegas, yeah. Yeah. God, me and Mia were talking a while ago, and I was like, I said, on the 26th is going to be 25 years that me and Dad's together. Wow. 25 years. I know. Mia's like, it don't seem that long. I said, I know it doesn't. It doesn't seem that long. Passes by so fast. But I mean, if he'd be home every night, I'd probably be like, oh my God, it's 25 years. But he's not home every night, so I get to miss him, you know. Yeah. You get to miss him. Yeah. I think if he'd be home every night, we would be arguing a lot. Like, because our whole relationship, he's been working on the water. You know, I mean, it's not like when we started dating that he was home every night. You know, this is how it was. You know, so when people tell me, oh, my husband has to go out of town for 3 weeks, and I'm like, shut up, enjoy it. You know, one of my best friends, she's like, what you doing? I'm bored. My husband's not home, and my kids aren't home. I'm like, and just watch a movie in silence. You don't have to hear your kids fighting, because they fight all the freaking time. Like, enjoy the silence. Just enjoy it. You know? And she's like, I don't know, but I don't feel like staying home. I'm like, Jessica, stay home. If you don't stay home, you're going to get your ass into some trouble. Stay home. So she ended up staying home, but she complains that when the kids are there, they're always fighting, and that she don't have no peace and quiet. But when she has peace and quiet, she's bored. And I'm like, girl, you need to learn how to enjoy the silence. You know, ain't nothing wrong with it. Right. I mean, I said, you have your dog. I said, cuddle with Kenzie on the sofa and watch a movie. You know, you don't have to hear, Mom, that's bothering me. Allie's bothering me. Macy's bothering me. You know, you don't have to tell them to shut the fuck up 100 times. Right. You know, because, I mean, one's a senior, one's a junior, and one's in 8th grade. You know, I mean, so they're all close in age. Yeah. So you're constantly hearing Macy, which is the oldest, telling Allie, who's in 8th grade, I fucking hate you. I hope you die. And then the other one's like, yeah, when you die, I'm not going to your funeral. I'm going to laugh. And I'm there, like, telling them both to shut up. And I'm like, Allie, if you crying at your sister's funeral and you saying, oh, I should have not said yes, I should have not did it, I said, I'm slapping the shit out of him. It's like a circus. Girl, it's like a circus over there, okay? I ain't shitting you. It's like kids going wild over there. That doesn't sound like fun. Oh, my God. Me and Daddy go, and it's like, we're so used to it. You know, like when, you know, you hear that little kid in the back of the show that you are trying to watch, say, Mom 100 times, or, you know, or wherever, you know, and you're just trying to... Or they kick the back of the seat. Yes. You just want to slap the shit out of them. That happened to us on a plane. It wasn't even the kid. It was actually the parents that were driving us crazy. Because the parents were talking in day talk. Now, this is a 2-hour flight. And they're talking in baby talk the whole time. And the kid was, like, quiet as a baby, you know, quiet as can be. It was just these parents that were doing this, you know, boo-boo gaga thing. And it was just so annoying. I talk like that to Aurora. I think that's a pet. But I'm like, who's your little yeah, Dad does it too. Dad does it too. Yeah. Well retarded. But yeah. But at least our flight to New York is a straight flight, thank God.
Good.
That we don't have to get, a layover.
Mm-hmm.
We even have a limo come and pick us up.
Good. Now y'all going to, no, I'm thinking of Los Angeles. I was like, where's LAX airport? But that's Los Angeles.
Yeah, no, we're flying to LaGuardia, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I have to look. Or JFK.
Something like that. I'm familiar. I'm surprised if that show up on TMZ.
Oh, yeah. I know there's a bunch of them like, oh, yeah, go on the talk shows and, this and that. I'm like, phew. We're thinking about doing the Hopper bus.
Oh, is that
and
the
it's
one
like
tours you around?
Yeah, it brings you like to all the movie stars, the houses, and you go and you could stay, like you could get down for 30, 40 minutes, and stuff.
Cool.
And it's like I can't find what airport. I have so many emails in here. They're bringing their HBO hair and makeup team to.
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
Yes, they said that they don't have it in their budget to do Mia, but I said I'm gonna pay for Mia.
Yeah.
I mean, Lord, what they're gonna have their makeup out? Why they just can't do Mia's? That makes no sense to me. She's freaking makeup. Mia could put her makeup on good though.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Girls, they got this.
Yeah. Girls their age, they got that shit. I mean, yeah. I don't know. But they'll probably end up doing hers too anyway. Cliff, the phone's improved since you first got on the phone. Yeah, we had shit. I caught bad weather coming home, and Mia said that's what woke her up because I left like at 10 to 10. I left so pretty much 10 o'clock, and I got there. It took like an hour and like 10 minutes. So, and I got home. It was, I stopped at the store, got a few things, and it looked like it had poured down over here, and I was like, oh, God, I don't have to water the flower bed or the garden. And so I was like, yes, stay off for that. And it rained again after we got here. We watched Suicide Squad.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I was so excited that they put, like, the prison or whatever in Louisiana. I thought that was so cool.
Well, I was like, I had never seen it. Neil saw it twice in the movies. So I saw it had started playing on one of the channels. I think it was HBO. So I set it to record the other day. And I said, for me, it wasn't no recliner. I came lay down on the sofa because it was raining, and I was like, I ain't doing shit right now. I had just finished eating some crawfish because when I got home, I was hungry. And she's like, you want to watch Suicide Squad? I'm like, okay. So, watching and I see Terrebonne Parish, Louisiana. I'm like, look at me. I said, they filmed this in Louisiana? She's like, well, some parts. I was like, oh, I didn't know. And so I'm watching it, and I'm like, Mia, what the fuck I'm watching? I said, I have no interest in this. She's like, Mom, I promise you, it's about to get good. It's about to get good. And sure enough, started getting good. And, so I ended up liking it. And I was like, at the end, I'm like, like, I guess there's going to be a part 2. She's like, I don't know, Mom. Because it leads you to believe that there will be a part 2.
Yeah, I played it for the state movie, and I have watched it. It's playing the state movie like constantly, so you gotta kind of just catch it whenever it restarts.
Right.
So whenever me and the roomies caught it, we watched it like twice to get the full movie because we couldn't finish it because we were busy doing other stuff. And I've been looking forward to this movie for a long time because when I was going through my case and Mike was trying to figure out like who were these characters that I was dressing up as, and he
right.
Charlie Quinn, and he was like, he had just a trailer for the T-Rex stuff, and he's like, oh, okay, that's what he's dressed as, okay, and I was like, yes. Now the outfit that Harley Quinn wore in that movie is different than the one I was wearing. The one I was wearing came from Batman Arkham Asylum video game, and I got that.
Right, because there's a few. I googled her because I'm watching it and I'm like, God, I said, the girl that's playing her looks familiar. So I was like, who's, playing Harley Quinn and Suicide Squad? And so they come up with her, and then they come up with a bunch of other people that played Harley Quinn. And I was like, oh, I knew she was a character like before, but I didn't realize like how many times her character has been used.
Right.
I was like, oh, okay. I didn't realize that. Like, I didn't, like, when I was watching it, I was like, yeah, Jill Smith? I was like, and then when I Googled her name, I'm like, yeah. I said, she plays in Focus with Will Smith, and that's filmed all in New Orleans.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I think that came out, I want to say, the year before. It came out before Suicide Squad.
Okay. Well, Tarzan, Legend of Tarzan.
The new one?
Yeah, the new one. And she played...
I didn't watch it yet. Oh, I didn't watch it yet. Dad watched it, and he was the one bitching. I can't believe they remade it. You can't remake a classic like that. No freaking way. I'm not watching it. Then he comes home from the boat, and he's like, I watched it. It was good. Like, I didn't even watch it because you said you weren't watching it. He's like, no, it's good. So I guess I'm going to have to watch it.
For us women, it's like me and my monkey was watching it, or the husband was watching it, and we're like, there comes a part where he's like, he's wearing a dress shirt, and we're all, take off your shirt, take off your shirt.
Yeah, huh? Please
so
take off your
shirt.
shirt.
Like, can we watch Tarzan again? Can we watch Tarzan? I'm like, we don't have it, DVR.
Yeah. For the love of God. take off your shirt. Yeah. Uh-huh.
They're
I
redoing
hear
the
you,
Lion
girl.
King now.
Yo, what? The Lion King?
Yeah, the Lion King. And they just redoing Beauty and the Beast, which I don't see that.
I know.
Because Beauty and the Beast is my favorite, all-time big movie. And
I know.
now I heard that they're redoing the Lion King, which I was a big Lion King fan too. And when I was 4, a majority of clothes was Lion King or Barney themed.
I can't believe you watched the gay dinosaur. Oh.
Yeah, and I remember for my, what's his second birthday or third birthday, it was a Lion King themed birthday. And so on Halloween, I dressed up as Nala. And it was so cute because Rebecca had stolen the headpiece for it because it had the lion headpiece for it. And she took it from me. And so I ended up just wearing half a costume.
Now, Dylan's girlfriend at one time, Nala, that's who she was named after.
Oh, really? I was saying about that. I'm like, Nala like the Lion King?
Yeah.
The husband going with his new girlfriend.
Great. I like her. Comes in the house a couple of days ago. I want to beat the crap out of him. And he says, Mama, because like him and Rayleigh were inside, and then Rayleigh went in his room, and I was getting ready to go to bed, and he comes in, he's like, Mama, I just want to let you know, Rayleigh's like freaking out, she's pregnant, and she don't know how to tell her mom and dad, and I'm like, what? All getting excited here. And I'm like, are you serious? What? And he's like, not true. I'm like, shut up. I want to hit him in the freaking head. I was like, don't get me all excited like that. Because, like, all his friends are, like, having kids.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Dylan does. He can have kids, but it's a slim to none possibility without that surgery to have one. Yeah. So, I mean, it could be worse. Like when he was single for that little while, I could have like different chicks come and knock on my door and say, "Hey, I'm pregnant for your son," you know. So, you know, at least that I know that's not happening.
Right.
That I don't have 5 grandkids, but 5 different baby mama. You know what I'm saying? I mean, his 2 best friends or have their girlfriends are pregnant, and one of his other best friends, their little girl is like 2 years old, and yesterday our cousin that's Dylan's age, Brad, I was sitting outside, and I wasn't sitting down facing them, you know. They were they were sitting down, they were chilling, and I heard Brad say, "Dylan, whenever you get your girlfriend pregnant, you let me know, because I'm going to go get a chick pregnant, and our kids are going to grow up together." I wanted to die. I was like, oh, my God. Like, I want to tell him, Brad, just don't go get any chick pregnant, please. You know. But, oh, well. Because that's what his mom and daddy would have to worry about, not me.
Right.
You know, I mean,
there's many girlfriends we've been through. I'm surprised. That's why I was surprised that they hadn't had a baby at this point.
Yeah. I mean,
But it's wrong. That's not a bad thing. I mean, I think babies are blessings, but I think that he needs
oh yeah,
and
yeah,
you know.
yeah. I mean, I think he needs to have more stability than what he does. I mean, yeah. Even though we'd always be saying, you're like, oh, we want the baby, bring the baby here. You know, I mean, that would be just us, but he needs to get ahead, you know, finish paying us back, get his truck up and running, because he burned out the turbo in it, which he shouldn't have put a freaking chip in it, but he did. So his truck's just sitting under the carport, not doing anything, because he has to save $2,000 to get it fixed. Because, I mean, me and Dad were like, that's it. I mean, don't ask us. We're not giving you any money for it. You know, you shouldn't have put the chip in your truck. You owe us enough. You know, you have a job, and you don't save your money for one. You know, I mean, he puts money in his savings, but then he takes it out. Because he always says, oh, yeah, Mom and Dad's going to pay it. Yeah.
Even something like this happens. You have that
right.
backbone.
Exactly, but he don't think like that because he's a boy.
Right.
You know? Yeah. I mean, and he thinks, oh, Mom and Dad's going to always bail me out. You know, they're not going to let me go without a vehicle. Well, it's happening. You know, I mean.
But I don't want to be there. But it's for real emergencies. You know, I mean, if it's something that's life or death or something that's, really bad, yeah, of course I'm going to be there. But as far as, a truck, you got to,
yeah.
Up.
Yeah, I mean, he needs, like you said, I mean, he needs to realize that, we can't just, keep on handing him money, every few weeks. I mean, that's just not how the real world works. Trust me, I wish that, I could, but it's not that easy anymore.
Even though I'm pushing 25, of course I still like to, for the mom and stuff, but I always thought in my mind, if it came down to it, where I had to grow up and choose between eating and having a new dress, that I would choose to eat. And, being thrown into adulthood as fast as I did, later in life, in my, mid-20s, it's kind of like having to grow up and decide what's more important. And even though y'all take care of me and everything, I could blow my money on just food. Or I could figure out on the things that I need to, number one, get me through the month as far as food, get me through the month as far as hygiene, put my priorities in order, and know that, I am blessed to have as much as I do. Because there's only
like
work with $7.06 a month.
Yeah. See, that's how I am. Right now, as we speak, I'm going outside and turn off the carport light because your brother don't know how to turn off light and you don't know how to close shed doors. So That's just electricity being wasted. And my dad taught me, not in the room, the light don't need to be on. You know? I mean, that's just how I was raised. Your daddy and Dylan and Mia, leave every light on in the freaking house. And they're always bitching that I'm the last one to get in the vehicle. Why? Because I'm going to turn every light off in the house. Yes.
I'm kind of the way of where if I know I'm going to be right back, I leave the light on. But if I know if I'm going to be gone a while, I take the light off.
Look, Dylan's such a pussy. When that was little, or it still is. Let me tell you, kid, back. We go somewhere for a few hours, come back home, every light that you could possibly imagine in this house, including my closet light, is on. Every light. Every light.
Oh, baby.
Because he's a big old chicken. Me or her, I don't have no lights on. She's by herself. Except if she's in her room.
That's so funny.
Every light that has a flip to a switch, it's freaking on.
It burns a lot of electricity. My roommate asked me, why do you take such quick showers? I'm like, on God's house, we had cold water, and so that's one reason. And I like to, serve, water for, the environment. And I'm like, I know we don't pay electricity water bill here, but still.
Trust me, when you're going to have a kid, you're going to learn how to take a 2-second bath. You know what I'm saying? You just get an inspiration for that. That's what that is. Because you can't. When you're here by yourself and your baby's, in the car seat, and you're taking a bath and you're singing to them and making stupid faces so you could take a bath. Yeah. That's living the life.
Me and my roommates are talking. We're all talking about future baby names. And this is what I came up with, okay? And they think it's absolutely crazy. They're like, you're going to do that to your kid. And I'm like, I don't know, but I like it. All right, for a girl, I picked out June Rose. And
June?
For a boy, June, like the month, June Rose. And for a boy, Michael Merlin.
Michael what?
Merlin, like the wizard.
Oh, Lord. Well, Mia. You didn't hear Mia?
Huh?
Mia already picked out her name, girl. It's Odessa.
Odessa?
I told her, oh, hell no. I'm like, Odessa? Mia, that's so old. That's an old name,
Familiar in a way. Like I've heard it before, but...
It's because there's people down here that may have been, I would say, probably people that were Emma's grandparents or, you know what I'm saying? People like that age, their names and stuff. That's how old the name is.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. That's just like Mia would tell me, I want to name my kid Oda Mae Brown. Like, go.
No.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just as bad to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, Odessa? Really, Mia? Odessa? I
Okay.
said, I'm coming up with some nickname for her. Whenever that happens. And then,
now, what did you pick out for a boy?
I don't know if she ever did. I think she never did. I don't think she never did. Now, when she had told to Nala when, Dylan and Nala were dating. Nala liked it. Nala liked Odessa. So Nala was like, well, if me and Dylan have a girl first, I'm naming her Odessa. And like me, I got all pissed off. I'm like, y'all need to shut up because I'm not naming my grandbaby freaking Odessa. And they were like, but it's our kid. And I'm like, well, I'm going to come up with a nickname or something.
Like Desi or something.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, I'll come up with something. Get in the kennel, Aurora. Let's go to bed for you. Come on.
It's just another thing you got to think about. And maybe she'll change it because I had changed my options for a girl plenty of times. Now, as for the boy, it had always been Michael. And because all of my boy baby dolls were named Michael. And all of my girl baby dolls were named Emily. So I changed Emily. Emily started becoming Evangeline. And
Evangeline, like the Evangeline bread.
Yeah. And
make it here in Louisiana.
And I could change it to like if I have, say if I have more than one, I'll have one named Evangeline and then have Rose for another girl. And I'm like, I'm just putting around the Merlin part for Michael, but I haven't decided on middle name for sure. So, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty. Everybody's like, you have a unique name, but it sounds good. It doesn't sound weird. And
you got to go outside and yell it. If you go outside and yell it and it sounds good, then you have your name. That's what I did with Mia, and that's what I did with Dylan. And I tell that to all my friends. Just go outside and yell it. If it sounds good, then that's the name.
If it sounds weird, don't use it.
Right. But, I mean, like, how many people have asked me, like, if you were going to change your name? I'm like, no. Why would you change your name? Yeah, I'm like, no, she likes her name. She's not changing her name.
Right.
I said, we love her name.
It's me, and like over here, they have this thing where, their last name sounds catchy or whatever that sounds like a nickname. They'll call them by their last name, like other women here. There's some that will call them by their last name because it's catchy. But for me,
right.
It's gypsy because it sounds like a nickname already. And so they
right. Right.
So, I mean, I'm not going to change it. I thought about that too, where I'm like, thinking, should I change my name when I get out or not? And I'm thinking, no, because I do like my name, and it's not like if I'm trying to cover something up or anything, if it's getting a job or whatever, and they recognize my name, they can still look me up on my social security number and know that I've been to prison.
They cannot. They cannot not hire you because of what you did. That's discrimination.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's against the law for them not to.
Okay.
I already had inquired about that.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
I'm going to want to do cosmetology so I can get my license. And whenever I get out, I can look and that you have some friends and family or whatever that could, help me with getting a job. It's like cutting hair at a barber shop or whatever. It's just
yeah. I mean, mean, whatever, like, career you choose to get, I'm sure you will master. You know? I mean, I think,
be acquainted with everybody. Everybody gets their haircut. So it's good to meet other people and stuff like that. Know people in the area. Because I'm like, even though it has been a long time, and I have family out there, I don't know everybody. Everybody knows me at this point, but not, intimately. They don't know me personally like that. So.
Right. Yeah. Girl, and when you become a hairdresser, you become a therapist. Because they tell you all their some problems.
I am a great listener. People seem to do that already. I mean, they had one lady that was talking to me because she knows that everything I've been through, that I had like mommy issues or whatever, and she has mommy issues. So she talked to me about her relationship with her mom and how her mom is always putting her down and stuff. And I'm like, I understand, what you're like. This is my mom told me some, not so nice things, and so I get, I know the emotions that you're going through. So
right.
I'm like, I'm just a therapist already.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, one of my friends, asked Jana, in fact it was, asked me the other day, she was like, Kristy, did Gypsy always have to stay in the wheelchair? I'm like, yeah, she always did. I said, probably the only time that she ever got out the wheelchair, I said, when she was at home was when probably Dee Dee was asleep. I said, and probably then she was nervous, to do it. I said, but sometimes, you just got to stretch your legs, And she was like, yeah. I said, I figured that she had to probably stay in it, And, she was like, did she? And, she asked me another question. And, did she, what it was, something to the effect like, what if Gypsy didn't say something? What if Gypsy said something she wasn't supposed to say? She wasn't supposed to say. I said, then it wouldn't be too nice when they got home. No. And that's all I said. That's all I said. Leave it up to their imagination, whatever they want to do, But, that's just something that is a need-to-know basis.
It was like, if I was too hyper or something, she would get mad at me. And, it was like stuff like giving me the silent treatment or,
right.
have to have a long, drawn-out argument where she would me crying and saying, I won't do it again. And I'm like, if I had a penny every time I said, I'll do it again, I'll do better next time. And I think that's when I started to figure out that, I'm being trained to do something. And I'm like, because every time I mess up, it was like, I'll do better next time. And I didn't mean no harm by it, but it was just, trying to appease her. And
yeah, you didn't know what was up, but you knew something was up.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, figuring out that kind of stuff still comes to me because I'm like thinking back on a memory. I was like, oh, I remember that. And she got mad at me because I did this. I was too hyper at this doctor's appointment. Or I said this in front of this particular person. And, it just clicked in my mind that this is why.
Yeah, baby. I mean, I wish she didn't have to go through none of that. It breaks my heart.
appreciate what I have now. And like I said, it's going to be a lot better for me whenever I get out. And I know that right now I'm having a moment, so I'm extremely emotional. I've had a crying every 10 minutes. But roommates want to kill me. But I'm like, I went out, and they're like, you need to get some fresh air. So I went out, sat in the sun. I got a very nice tan. Very, very nice.
Good.
And I started crying watching the sunset. I'm like, oh, God, this is so freaking chippy of me to do this, crying watching the sunset. But,
no, there's no shame in that.
It's just appreciating the little things. And I watch these shows about people that get locked up. It's called Locked Up. And they were talking about how you appreciate the little things. Like this man never would have stopped to look at a stream with ducks in it. And now that he's in prison, he's, appreciating the little things like watching the birds and stuff. And I completely get it because in county he had a little bunny rabbit that would come outside and just sniff the ground and stuff. And we had, talked to that bunny rabbit. We were kind of going to because we were like, oh, look at that bunny rabbit with the cute ears and everything. But that bunny rabbit was for that time. Okay,
right. I mean,
no.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you just appreciate the little things, and you appreciate the time that you have, and it makes you realize the relationships that you have, the family that you have. It makes you feel appreciative of it all. And, like, my roommate, she had called her mom, and her mom didn't believe her that we have to pay for laundry. So she was like, Mom, can you send me a couple of dollars? And her mom was like, totally went off on her. Calling her all kinds of money. Calling her a liar and stuff because she got, someone else in prison had told me that you don't have to pay for laundry. What we do is, they do have laundry services once a week. And that's once a week. You have to wash all your clothes once a week. And,
right, and y'all cannot share.
Mm-hmm. And it's like we have to pay 50 cents, 50 cents to dry, 50 cents to wash. And her mom didn't believe her, so she just came off the phone crying about. And I'm like, that is so sad because she's lying about that we have to pay for laundry,
So she won't be able to get her laundry done.
Mm-hmm. Like, that's awful.
Yeah. Because it's bad enough that you in there, you know what I'm saying? And then you can't have clean clothes,
Right.
It's
like a lot of people have trouble with, getting money. And one other person here was like, she got so excited because she got $100 on her book. And she's like, we're going to be living it up. And be appreciative of what I have. And I'm so well taken care of. And though people have accused me from a former house of trying to buy my friends, I'm like, I don't have to buy my friends. There are some people here that do buy their friends, and y'all kiss their ass, and because if they walk on water, but just because I'm not part of y'all clique, that y'all gonna accuse me of trying to buy my friends, I don't buy my friends, So they're just like, oh, she goes to the store. She gets some stuff, and she's well taken care of, so she has to buy her friends. I'm like, no, I don't.
Lord.
Yeah,
Tell them all to get them. Yeah, they're just jealous.
Mm-hmm. I'm childish, very childish. I'm like, if I wanted to make them jealous, I wouldn't be, doing it with cooking canteen or anything or with food.
Right.
I'm like, I don't even think that way.
Exactly. Have you talked to Tiffany lately?
No, I was just talked to her. I just said that one time, and that's it. I haven't talked to her since.
Yeah, she hasn't reached out to me. I thought she would have since, y'all talk. And she hasn't. Which I'm surprised she hasn't because she has the nerve. You know what I'm saying? Like, she has the balls to call or something.
She hasn't written me anymore. She hasn't had me card anymore. The only time we talk is whenever I call her. And she doesn't email me or nothing. And so, I started, not wanting to call her after the things she was saying about you. So I'm like, I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste my breath. I'm not going to waste my minutes on the phone to call somebody that, doesn't trust what I say. If I say that you're a good person and she doesn't believe me, then that's not something I don't want to talk to somebody like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it just, it'll upset me. And I don't want to be upset and then call you and cry and everything. I just don't want to have to go through that emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, but I'm here for you. You know that. No matter what, even if it's about me, I'm here for you. And like I said, I'm not going to talk bad about them or anything. Unless if they come after me. You know what I'm saying? Like if they call me and contact me and say some shit, yeah, I will defend myself. Mm-hmm. But, if not, then, I didn't have to deal with them before, and I don't have to deal with them now, and I don't have to deal with them in my future. We are adults, you and I, and it's not like, you're 12 years old or a minor, I mean, you're old enough to make your own decision, on your own,
Whenever I talk to Tiffany, it's like she's purposely trying to put doubt in my mind. And I don't know why she would even want to do that to me, knowing that I'm in here and knowing my past and what I went through. So it's like to take away somebody's stability and somebody's, peace of mind to know that they're loved. Why would you want to do that?
Well, this is all I'm going to say. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And that's all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. I mean, look at Claudia.
Yeah. And I'm like, after the documentary comes out, I know that, if Claudia doesn't want to talk to me, she doesn't talk to me. But, I mean, I know that there will be the people that don't want to have anything to do with me will be more apparent and it'll make itself known. And I know that they're not going to be happy if I do something else, like another interview, like if I do 2020.
You know what?
I think they would be pissed.
Who gives a shit? That's how I think of it now. Who gives a shit? Who cares if anybody in my family, in your family, in your dad's family gets upset? We are doing this for awareness. Yeah. They don't like it. They don't need to watch it.
I'm not doing anything for any other reason than for awareness. Because,
and that's what we tell them. That's what we told People Magazine. It's all about awareness. Mm-hmm. That's what they ask. Why are y'all doing this? Awareness.
Right. It's like open about it. The rest of the people with this kind of a case, my child is like the victim did, right. And the parent is locked up. So it's like there is a voice that can speak on it.
Right.
This is pretty much the only case that anybody can have a voice and speak on the matter.
Yeah. I mean, I know after the documentary airs, I'm going to have some feedback from Claudia, from Darla, from Tiffany. And you know what? My feet are going to be planted on the ground and ready. They don't scare me. They don't scare me at all. At all.
And it's like when I come home, it's not like I'm gonna be going to their house or anything. I'm gonna be staying with y'all, and I've made my mind up on that, and I'm gonna be live my life in cutoff. I know where I'm gonna live, and it's
Right.
gonna be
It's
around
like you
people
walking
that have
out
been
and
with
saying, right, it's like you walking out and saying, okay, where I'm going to go, how I'm going to survive,
right.
who can I call? That's not going to be, I mean, you ain't going to have to worry about that, I mean, but, like I told you that, after you and I had, that talk about that, when Tiffany called you, and I said, I told her, I said, she didn't need them before, and she certainly don't need them after. I said, she has us. And he said, that's right. And I said, and Gypsy said that she wants to get their number and have them call so she could tell them a big old fuck you. And he started cracking up laughing. It was like, there she goes. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it would probably be the only time that I ever, stood up and been like, this is how I do it. You can't accept me that you're not worth being in my life.
Yes. That's what I told her. I said, she told me she is not going to beg these people to love her.
No.
And to stay in her life.
Mm-hmm.
I said, she's not.
No.
I said, and you know what? I said, she don't need them.
Right.
She does not need these people.
Right.
I said, she has Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
I said, she has, on that side, you have Bobby. You have Sailor.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby's sister, Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
Which she's kind of off the wall a little bit.
But she was so pretty.
Yeah, I mean, she does have a special needs son.
Mhm.
I mean, Bobby does say that she's kind of crazy like Emma, but she's always the one that had my back.
Mhm.
When I was pushed against the wall. And I felt like I had to be respectable towards, Darla and Claudia, on Facebook, on social media when they were going after me. I was like, I'm not going to stoop to their level, but here comes Jessica. Fuck this
Because you got to do battle.
Yeah, right. But I'm thinking, see, this is what I'm thinking in my head. If I do this and go after that, be just as mean and everything on social media, and we do a TV program and they pull all that shit up, that's not going to look good on me. Right. Yeah, because at the beginning, at first, I went round and round with people until I was like, oh, God, thinking like if we would ever do Dr. Phil, he's going to bring all that shit up. He's going to see me arguing with these people. But I had a valid case. I did, But, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. After the documentary, if they choose to go round and round with me on Facebook, they want to fight, I'm going to give them a fight. But
I think it would be a good idea, and this is just for your sanity and, for your pulse, not to pound. I think it's a good idea to stay off Facebook for at least 4 hours after the documentary comes out. Because that first couple hours, the hour afterwards, is where it's going to be like boom, 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 boom. They're going to be tweeting, they're going to be texting, they're going to be everything.
Oh, yeah. My phone's going to be freaking overload in here for the first week, I guarantee you. I mean, I will tell them I will be on radio silence, but I'll go and look, but they won't know I'm in there and looking, But I'm just going to tell them all, like, look, I'm going incognito
And I mean,
I'm going into hiding for a week.
If it helps, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a letter, like a short letter, and make it with big letters, and so you could post on the group. And, it's going to be basically a letter that just states,
leave my mom alone.
True that. But just like that, y'all have been there since day one, and that I'm blessed to have y'all, and that I don't think that y'all should get any sort of backlash, that I think that everybody should respect y'all and understand that we are going through a hard time and a process of learning and rebuilding a relationship. And just that I'm loved and I'm taken care of, so don't attack y'all for any reason.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Our group that I made, we don't have to worry about that at all. And the big mean group, I don't even go in there anymore.
Yeah. There is one of my supporters that had got out of here, and she said that she was looking on the group. So I told, because my roommates are cousins, and so I told her, tell your cousin, tell Risha that go and look for the new group.
Yeah.
Because
she's in.
My mom doesn't post in the old group anymore.
Yeah, she's in. I got her in.
Okay.
Yeah, she had sent me a private message, and we got her in.
Okay.
And but I mean, there's a lot of them in the big group that are supporters, but it's like I'll come to figure the good just has to suffer for the bad, because I'm not putting myself through that anymore. I'm not. Because there's this one chick, oh my God. If I would see her, I would beat the shit out of her.
Okay.
Oh my God. If you don't see it her way, it ain't pretty. Not pretty if you don't see it her way. She will attack you. It doesn't matter how the situation was, anything. No. I mean, and then she goes after you, and then if somebody defends you, she goes after them, and it's like, oh my God, woman, do you live? She lives for it. She has to live for this shit. Like, she must live for drama, because that's like her energy source or something. I don't know.
She's from Springfield?
Yes. Amanda Fitzgerald is her name.
That sounds familiar.
Girl.
What she looks like? Does she have brown hair?
Let me go look.
That's familiar.
Because I can guarantee you, if I'd ever meet up with this chick, I guarantee you I would go up to her and say, tell me now. Tell me now. Keyboard warrior. Tell me now. I bet there's one girl, poor thing.
You have 1 minute left.
Oh, shit.
I'll
We've been on the phone for an hour and 30 minutes.
I'll call you back. I'm gonna call you right back. Okay, hold on 1 second.
Well, okay.
Okay, I'll be right back.
The caller has hung up. Hello, this is a free call from
an offender at the Chillicothe Correctional Center.
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
To accept this free call, press 1. To refuse this free call, thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. It kills me to go in here and read this shit. The stuff they say about me and your dad, it pisses me off to no freaking end. Like it really, really gets my blood boiling. But let me find out. Not even going to read none out of them. I'm just trying to find Amanda. Let's just try to find that wicked witch.
Because it could be somebody that I've met before or whatever. It could be somebody that isn't con. It could be...
I hope not, poor thing.
I don't know.
Republic, Missouri.
Oh, okay. I don't know anybody in Republic.
That's where she's from. She's originally from, okay, I can't say it too good, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's the hardest time saying that word. She's from Republic, Missouri.
Okay.
Let's see.
Could just be somebody that has a strong opinion, you know?
Strong in the freaking word, girl. She says she's the mother of 2 amazing children, a wife, and a proud grandma. She doesn't look that old either. Oh, yeah, in some pictures she does. I'm looking at her Facebook. That's a picture of her grandson. That's her profile picture.
Don't know who that is. I used to somebody with a very twisted and angry opinion.
If you ever get a letter from Fitzgerald, do not read it. Because it's from her. Because this girl yesterday just joined the group. She's from Australia. Poor kids shouldn't be in jail after years of psychological and physical abuse. And then she put at 4:57, changed my mind, don't want to be a part of this group anymore. And I guess some people posted underneath, and she deleted them. And I'm assuming it must have been Amanda or some other people I have blocked.
Yeah, because once you block somebody, you can't see their posts or anything.
Yeah, and, and some people are like, people here are pretty awful, sorry, Jennifer. And then somebody, LOL, that was quick. And then Deanna Marie, which she is in our, support group, she put, yes, this group is full of assholes. There is another group for people who support her and her family, and then there's people, PM me the name, what's the name, so we could join. I would like to join the other group. What? I want to join. So many people, I live in Springfield and agree she shouldn't be in prison, and goes on, and then it gets to where they start dogging me and Dad. Yeah. Me and Dad. We should have done more. We should have brought your mom to court. It's bullshit. We're trying to downplay the lack of involvement and, a whole
bunch of shit.
I mean, and it's like,
I gotta get off the phone. It's count time.
Okay, well, we'll talk another day. We stayed on the phone almost 2 hours.
I know. We got a little lost in conversation.
Yeah, I love you.
I love you, too. Have a good night, and tell me your info and I love them.
I sure will, honey.
Okay, love you. Night-night.
Okay, love you, too. Bye-bye.
The caller has hung up.